Hi, it's Carly Schroeder here, fertility coach, functional nutrition coach, personal trainer, and mom of 3 boys. I am here to talk to you guys about the impact of chronic stress in fertility and how to actually use techniques to change this route so you can start to be in your place of rest and digest. And in doing that, you're actually going to increase your fertility. So let's get into the impact of chronic stress and how that actually affects the physiology of your body, starting with hormone disruption. So chronic stress actually disrupts the hormonal balance, and it can lead to irregular menstrual cycles, ovulation dysfunction, and decreased fertility. So elevated levels of the stress hormone, cortisol, interferes with the ability to actually conceive. Another thing that it interferes with is the ovulatory dysfunction or ovulation. So, prolonged levels of stress actually impacts the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis or the HPA axis. And disrupting this actually prevents the ovulation from occurring at all. You could see periods of anovulation. Although it may seem like there's menstrual bleeding, it could be an anovulatory cycle. It interferes with the hormones of estrogen and progesterone, and the result is absent or even pushed back delayed ovulation. So this is why I teach the tracking your cycles and really trying to identify if ovulation is actually occurring, because with chronic stress, I have seen it too many times, people will actually not be ovulating, although they may be experiencing an estrogen withdrawal bleed and mistaken that for a regular menstrual cycle, even though ovulation isn't even present. The next part is the reproductive system. So it can actually impact the reproductive system because of the inflammation, which reduces blood flow to the uterus and the ovaries, which also affects the quality of the cervical mucus. So these physiological changes are actually preventing your body from conceiving this baby that is so desired that you want. So it's not talked about often enough, the impact of stress and how you can be making these holistic approaches and changes in your life to increase your fertility just by being able to relax, instead of falling into the medical system where we end up doing more testing and making you feel more stressed out, which is shutting down this function of our body. So please join me in discovering some new opportunities or new ways to drop in and help yourself get more fertile with some different type of techniques, including breath work, guided meditations, a muscle activation and then relaxation, and lastly, guided imagery. So I'm going to talk to you about all 4 of those now. The first one being the mindful meditation. So in mindful meditation, I love to just pull in the 5 senses. So what is it that I see? What it is that I feel, like these fluffy pillows around my skin touching my body? What is it that I am tasting? What is it that I'm smelling? What is it that I'm hearing? And just pulling in the 5 senses actually allows ourselves to get out of the monkey mind that's constantly thinking and feeding ourselves with thoughts that induces more stress, and allows you to sink in to this present moment right now. So practice that right now with me. You might as well actually take these principles and put them at work instead of just hitting play, watching another video on YouTube and hoping to change something. You might as well just take a practice. So I'm going to do it myself, scanning the room, looking around. What is it that I see? Maybe I could find something I didn't know was there. Just allowing myself to be present. What is it that I'm hearing? Birds chirping, crickets, dogs, chickens. I'm doing this exercise with you. What is it that I smell? The sage, fresh rain. What is it I'm touching? I am like specifically recognizing this fluffy pillow on my skin. And what is it that I see? The seeing, Okay, is this new to me? And so on busy mom brain, here I go. So I like to go in and see what it is, what I see, because sometimes the world outside can actually distract me. So I like to go within, say, what is it that I see? And so going from this principle into the next one that I talked about is guided imagery. If we go within, and you like to go there too, because that's a good place for you to kind of tune out the other stuff. So go within, close your eyes. And now why don't you create this place for me and you where you feel completely relaxed, completely whole, completely fulfilled. Where are you? You can even pull in those senses here in this guided imagery. So using this as a way to pull yourself into a resting place. Moving from the guided imagery idea or technique into a breath work. So put your hand on your belly, put your hand on your heart. Now I want you to think about breathing. And when you breathe, I want you to think about or feel your belly expand into your hand. So your belly will rise, and then the chest rises, and then the chest falls, and then the belly falls. And it's like this wave. Belly rise, chest rise, chest fall, belly fall. And ride that wave. So breathing exercise is a really great way to reset the vagus nerve and come into this place of relaxation. And now one final tip that I mentioned as a way to just help reset and decrease stress is through firing up the muscles, this progressive muscle relaxation. So I'm going to think about squeezing my fists, squeeze my shoulder blades together, hold in my abs, tighten my butt cheeks, squeeze and hold, and just keep squeezing and holding, and just fire up. This is an isometric contraction where we're just holding it, and then stay there for 3, 2, 1. On one release. Relax, open, soften. Allow these muscles to melt away from your bones. Take a deep breath, incorporating all 4 of those, maybe together with the breath, the visuals, with the relaxation in the body, staying in this place. Now, you did it now and here, and you can just build on this habit, build on this routine. If you guys take this and try to just all of a sudden become a yogi, and you're sitting in front of a candle trying to do gazing, and you're going 20 minutes, I can't do it, I'm irritated, I got nothing done, and I don't feel any different, it can end up being really agitating. And so I recommend just implementing little bouts of this throughout your day. Maybe you decide to set the alarm 5 minutes earlier tomorrow, and just so you can start with the day of guided imagery, laying in your bed, listening to some soft sounds, and just imagining something so peaceful, and starting your day in a place of calm. Now, naturally, in the morning, we have a surge of cortisol. It's actually a normal part of us wanting to wake up and get out of bed. So what if we took that surge of cortisol, and instead of going into this state of anxiousness, there's so much to do, I'm already behind, what does today look like? Or the depression and the bloom and the gloom of where we've been or what you want that you don't have yet. What if we just entered into the day with a guided imagery being exactly where you wanted to be, where you needed to be, setting the body into this place of rest and digest. And also what happens in that state of rest and digest is creation, which goes hand in hand with this whole topic that we're talking about of increasing our fertility, awakening these systems, getting our hormones in balance, having regular ovulatory cycles, getting the reproductive state in a place of being relaxed. So it knows, just like in nature, we want to get to a place of relaxation so we know we are safe to conceive and bring this baby into the world. So I love to invite you guys, if this information is helpful or if you have questions, leave comments, engage. It's only going to help you get answers so you can get the family the answers, walking into this journey with a little bit more light, a little bit more understanding, and a little more empowered so you can actually take this means in your own hands. And if this is helpful for you and you want more free information, join my community on skool.com, roots free, and the longer course, Roots Premium. You will find hundreds of videos and access to all the information that I know at your fingertips, there for you to start to use and implement and bring this sweet baby that wants to come into the world here and now. It's been wonderful to drop in and say hello and just teach you a little bit of truth. I love to close with a hand on my heart and a hand on my womb space and just take a breath in on the exhale. Just say ha with me, ha meaning the breath of life. So inhale and exhale, ha. And if that's all you got from this was a chance to chill out and reset the vagus nerve, then I feel like it was a win. Have a great day.